Hello again, YouTube, and welcome back to Sakura Bunny Girls. My name is MS-Punker1, and last video we started to wandering walk, whatever, at random again to just explore the towns after leaving the cat cafe. And we eventually ended up at an older neighborhood, so older part of town that we apparently aren't welcome at, because we were more or less thrown out immediately as we walked in. So wonder what that is about. And yet again also we run into another bunny, so that's 3 bunnies we have run into. Doing my best to disregard the hidden gaze that follows me. I keep heading out of Yuka's territory, nervous in case she shows up again. Yeah, Yuka is the other, the third bunny we have run into. Apparently, she's declared herself defender of that neighborhood. Her aversion to bankers and such like was intense, to say the least. It's clear that she doesn't want them to take over the neighborhood, but why? Does she work for a company like Satomi, or is she on her own like Rico? Whatever the answer is, I won't find out now that she banished me. I hear a silent sigh, somewhat saddened to be unable to discover more about this new bunny girl because of my clothes. Do they really make me look like a banker? I'm wearing a regular suit, nothing too extravagant or distinguishable. I assume that Yuka targets anyone who wears one. As I'm mulling over what makes someone an enemy to Yuka, I hear some heavy shuffling coming from a nearby alley. I heard that before when I was bodyguard. Someone's in trouble. Alerted by the sound, I dash towards the swords, stumbling upon what I believe is a robbery. Not caring in the slightest how frail an old woman can be. One of the muggards claps her purse and yanks it in his direction, while violently stealing it from her. Gloating over the misery of the poor lady, the 3 muggards turn around only to set eyes on me. They're astonished at first, but it's not long before their bafflement turns into aggressiveness. three muggers threatened me with beating. Something that doesn't begin to daunt me. Low criminals like these are usually all talk and no action. This is what we're going to do. You return the pearls to the lady. You apologize to her for having been so rude. Then you accompany me to the nearest police station without complaining. Nobody should get hurt if you obey me. Surprisingly, the muggers ignore my instructions. One of them throwing himself at me, hoping to whack my face with his fist. But to his dismay, I'm able to parry his clumsy attack, taking him by the shoulder and driving him head first into the wall. The impact is quite nasty, strong enough to knock the mugger out. Have it your way. Who wants to be next? Curious to have witnessed his friend go out like light. One of the remaining muggers produces a pocket knife, launching at me with the tip aiming at my chest. However, his sudden strike is as unskillful as the previous one, letting me dodge it with a hop. Then when he's vulnerable, I forced him to drop the knife by twisting his arms strongly, tears welling in his eyes from the pain. Stunned by how easily I'm disposing of them, the third mugger takes a rusty pipe from the ground, swinging it anxiously towards me. Instead of avoiding it, I opt to move his friend in front of him, using it as a human shield, and to absorb a heavy blow for me. The pipe impacts his chest, stealing his breath away before he collapses on the ground. One mugger to go. I didn't do it, you did. And don't worry, he isn't dead. He's out, like you will be soon if you don't give yourself up. Despite being aware of his slim chances, the mugger decides to flail his pipe at me, predictably enough for me to clasp it with my hands. And then, when I secured it, I thrust it into his face, causing him to black out instantly. Annoying rabble. They only cause problems. Anyway, this belongs to you, ma'am. I hope I didn't disturb you much. The old lady stutters as she answers me. Greatly impressed I could neutralize the muggles with no effort. Given my previous missions, this was easy as pie. Not to mention that even an army of thugs like these couldn't hold a candle to Satomi. Oh shit. A familiar yet undesirable voice coming from behind that triggers me to turn around. My stance suitable for another brawl. However, this alley is way narrower than the street from before, which means I won't be able to move much. And that's something that Yuka will use to her advantage. So you're not here to fight me, Yuka? Yeah, I noticed. Glad to see that Yuka's friendly towards me. I return to normal, lowering my fists and relaxing my body. I'm no hero, Yuka. I'm only a security guard that has some free time. And my name's Yori, by the way. What about it? It's an ordinary suit. I wear it because it's stylish. Yuka narrows her eyes questioningly, unsure if I'm being serious or not. But in the end she takes it as a joke, dissolving into laughter as she taps my shoulder repeatedly. Yuka giggles at her comment, prompting me to do the same to mask the realization I just had. Satomi, Rika and Yuka wear bunny suits, and it's not a coincidence. Are they more than simple attires? I guess I could, yeah. But what will happen to the muggers? Sounds good to me. Let's go. I know that Yuka, I move behind I move behind her toe, tagging along with her as she leads the way across the neighborhood. Yuka is still very mysterious to me since we fought more than we chatted together. Though even if it's chancy to visit her place. I want to know more about her. Something tells me that there's a noble girl somewhere behind that impetuous personality. Yuka takes me to what appears to be a barely lit warehouse. Its walls covered in graffiti of all sorts. Most of the drawings have bunnies scribbled on them, which is clearly intentional given who runs the place. Yuka giggles at her own comment as she guides me around. People moving up and down with busy expressions on their faces. Funnily, what Yuka seems to have here is comparable to an underground company. When you said place, I thought it'd be a regular home, yes. I would never imagine you live in a warehouse, and even less that you would be the head of a gang. Lucas shrugs mockingly before she swings open a metallic gate, granting me passage to her makeshift bedroom. It's obvious that this room wasn't designed for someone to sleep inside, since it's vast, but it's rather homely thanks to the decorations. Luca must have taken her time to get rid of the coldness inherent in the warehouse. To reinforce the exasperation she feels when dealing with those she deems as unwelcome, Luca sighs loudly as she sits down on her bed. Now that we have some privacy, I should ask her about who she truly is and the things that she does. It's been quite perplexing to find out that she's in charge of a street gang. Let's ask her about herself. What can you tell me about yourself, Yuka? I'd like to know more about the girl with superpowers that also head of a street gang. I guess you're putting your powers to good use. Keeping the neighborhood safe is praiseworthy of you. Not all people would do something like that. Some would use them for their own profit or worse. Yuka smiles at me, proud of herself for being this neighborhood's street hero. I wonder what other drawbacks she just mentioned. What about your gang then? How come you're leading a gang, Yuka? If your powers, I don't think you need any of these people. Did you hire them? You're more like a group of volunteers. Provide that you're not doing anything illegal. True. Yeah, fair enough. Yuka laughs joyfully, amused by the term I used to call her people and her. Intimidation is a part of her war, and the volunteers aren't particularly frightening. So what about the neighborhood? You're very invested in this neighborhood, Yuka. How's that? Is there something you want to protect in particular? That's not fair. That's quite unscrupulous of them, yeah. Aren't there other parts of the city where they can build? Yeah, we wanna make money but not lose money. Yuka grits her teeth in rage. Her opinion about bankers being beyond terrible. I can understand her though. Some business tactics are simply unethical and should be punished. I already have a job, Yuka. A paid one too, so I think I'm gonna pass. However, if I'm free and depending on what you need me for, I might help you the best I can. Somewhat saddened, I turned down her offer. Yuka winks at me, as she hopes to her feet, approaching the gate. Then she opens it, gesturing me to follow her to the common area. Very well, Yuka. Thanks for your hospitality. Don't hesitate to contact me if you need an extra pair of hands. And with a polite farewell, I direct my steps towards the exit, catching a glance of Yuka talking to her gang about many missions that await them. Before Yuka showed me around her hideout, I asked myself if she's worked for someone like Satomi, or if she was alone like Rico. It's almost comical to see that both my guesses were right. Okay, but I think that will be it for this video, so I hope you liked it, and if you did, so leave a like to it as usual, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!